I'm gonna try and make this intro quick. But I'm Melon, and I decided to join Art Fight for the very first time this year. I am Team Fossil, but I decided to join because for the first time in forever, I'm jobless during July. This is of my own free will, so don't worry about that. But I didn't join before because I didn't have time or energy. But right now, I'm loving drawing, and I'm also I have all the time in the world, obviously. So I thought, what better year to join than this year? With that being said, since it is my first year, I did make an immediate mistake. I thought Art Fight started at 12 a.m., not p.m., so I started drawing at 12 a.m., which starting early is not allowed, and I was like, oh god, I've already ruined it. But don't worry, guys, I came with a solution. I decided that after this drawing, once Art Fight actually started, I wouldn't draw for 3 hours, which is how long the first piece took. And that way, I would be back on track. So, there's that. Anyways, with that transparency out of the way, and showing you guys that I'm not a cheater, our first attack is Fiend, who belongs to Aged Crickets. She is a Soul Eater OC, which I somehow didn't realize till mid-drawing. And after this, I learned to read better. I didn't know this person personally. I was just looking for OCs, and I saw Raccoon Stripe and nice color combo, and I was like, yes, delectable. Since this was my first drawing, I wasn't sure how well I'd do. I'm normally a very slow artist, which is another reason I wanted to join, and so I could improve my speed. So I just decided to do a bust and give myself 3 hours. Which doing Art Fight has helped me figure out why I'm so slow. Like, I started rendering the skin for funsies on the sketch, which later I definitely did not use that rendering, so I don't know what the point of that was. And also lately I've been really struggling with skin rendering, so why would I do that 2 separate times? But I think I've yapped enough for this piece because I don't really have that much to say. No thoughts in this head. So, here's the final result. After this, I promptly went to bed, and then once I woke up, I waited 3 hours for Art Fight to actually start, and so I got to start on this piece, which is Azuki Nyan's Persona, Azuki Nyan. This is actually crazy guesswork on my behalf. I guessed this myself, so if it's wrong, dang it. I actually found this character on Amino. I liked a lot of their OCs, so I bookmarked a couple to ponder, and then I settled on this fellow. I was personally very impressed with my speed on this piece, and also the quality. This only took 2 hours and 20 minutes. I was very joyous. I mean, I think that's fast. For me, it is. And I don't care about my opinion, guys, so, yeah. I think part of the reason this was so fast was mainly because she isn't a human, and I really hyperfixate on the human face, and I like rendering it, so our furry friend saved me. I think the only thing I did struggle with was the fact that I went for this OC is more vibrant, and for some reason I went for more muted colors, and then after I went for the more muted colors, I was like, oh my god, they're going to hate it, and I've made a grave mistake. Spoiler alert for later, they didn't hate it, I did fine. I think I went for more muted colors because I was like, oh, I want the pink to pop, but then I was like, oh shit, I went too muted. But I didn't go too muted, I think, unless they're lying to me, which is very plausible, and they're a very sweet person. I'm really struggling for things to say to last these speed paints, but here's the end result for this one. And while I did start on a third piece, I actually didn't finish that till day 2, so we'll look at that after the recap of day 1. I made 2 attacks, which earned me a total of 78.25 points. I was attacked 2 times, one from Aged Crickets. They drew my OC June about to hit us with her mace, and I really love the energy of this one, and the colors are really pretty, and I can't believe that was a day of revenge. They were really on the grind. And our second attack was from some rando distorted glitch. They are Team Crystal. We're gonna definitely have to get them back. And it's another attack on June, and this one's really pretty. It's like an anime-esque art style, and she's really giving main character energy. Very flowy. I love to see it. We got a lot of love for June. And with all this recap, let's get into day 2. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, I'm pretty happy with this piece. Also, in advance, I did lose some of this speed paint. This attack is on Cat or Tams from Team Crystal, and I did 2 of their characters. Aster on the right and Cat on the left. This piece I was feeling very inspired because I was seeing a lot of cool intricate pieces with fancy backgrounds and lightings, and I was like, I want to try. These are actually two things I don't normally dabble in. Not to mention, I was dabbling in poses I didn't normally dabble in. Side view, kneeling. I definitely had my work cut out for me, but it was worth it. Side note, I don't know this artist personally, but I do follow them on Instagram, and I totally love their art, and I was very happy to have an excuse to draw their OCs, which I love the design of. Even with losing some of the time lapse, we do still have 6 hours worth, so we know it took at least 6 hours. I'm pretty sure this happened because we had a friend over for D&D, and he wanted to see my time lapse, so I was like, yeah, sure, here you go. And I think while showing him, I literally just turned it off. So that's unfortunate, and if you have anybody you want to blame, I would say blame him, not me. Thank you. Anyways, more on the artwork. I am really happy with this. I think it feels a bit empty and flat, which didn't really make me too sad, because it just motivated me to want to try this again. But I'm really happy I tried something new. And that will be the only artwork for day 2, but can you blame me? We are still on a 2-character-a-day streak. I mean, I wanted 3, but hey, we all have our limits, I guess. Anyways, time for our day 2 recap. I only made 1 attack, but with 2 characters that earned me 140 points. I was attacked 3 times. The first was a revenge from Izuki Nyan. It was very speedy. It's a Chibi June. It's a full body, and she's very cute, and I'm very happy with her. The second was an attack from Red Dog Collar, Team Crystal. They drew mine and my fiance's D&D characters, Belladonna and Meringue, which they are so cute, and I'm so happy to see them together. It's also 2 full bodies, so period. Put in the work, put in the hours, and take what's yours. This person I semi-know, they're on a Discord with me. Friend of a friend. The next is from the friend of the original friend. They drew Meringue. They're Sandbox. They're on Team Fossil as well. And she looks like she's gonna hit us. Again, I love this trope of my OCs getting ready to hit us. That's gonna finish up our recap, so let's go into day 3. And very fittingly, it's day 3, and I have 3 revenges to make, so today's dedicated to that. This is also the first time I'm notably sad with a piece, which we'll start off with them. This is Roy, which is a revenge attack for a distorted glitch. I really like the colors that it ended up with, but I more so just definitely feel like his forehead could be smaller. I mean, technically, the character is a teen/minor. So it's like maybe I was being realistic, and, since it takes kids time to grow into their heads, that's it, guys. I was being realistic. Notably, this piece only took 1 hour and 30 minutes, so I definitely had more time to take care of him, and I didn't. Very unfortunate for Roy, justice for Roy. Let's just move on to the revenge for Dog Collar. I drew their horror-esque OC, Emile, and wow, I had so much fun with this one. It only took 1 hour and 30 minutes as well. I feel compared to the reference art, it kind of gives a chibi or more cartoony look, which I don't mind. This is a body horror OC, so I didn't want to stress about perfect anatomy, because any inaccuracies would just add more character. So, I think allowing myself that leeway really helps, especially in the time department, but this guy is so goofy and cute, and I love him, and I think if I were to draw this again, I'd add the long tongue, for more excuse for swirly fun. And our final drawing for the day is drawing Sandbox's character Sandbox. Perhaps a fursona, I am uncertain, but this fellow took 1 hour and 50 minutes, so a little bit more time put in it, and probably because I drew them in a different outfit, and I had a lot of fun playing with the colors on this one. I was also contemplating, maybe I should add little wings, that'd be cute, but then I was like, that might not be accurate. And I also didn't want to make an outfit that wouldn't cover the wings because I'm lazy. My lazy aura is truly coming through with this one, but I remember when I posted this, I was really nervous because I knew they were like active online when I posted this, and they didn't react to it immediately, so I was like, oh my god, what if they hate it and they think it's trash and I strayed too far from the design and they think my fashion sense is trash. But worry not, guys, they did in fact respond eventually, and they didn't think it was trash. I've been really enjoying drawing different outfits for everybody just because I like fashion, but it comes with the worry of what if they think this new outfit is ugly as shit and they want to kill me? I think notably the only character that hasn't gotten an outfit alteration so far is Roy, which really need more justice for Roy. Men suffering in silence, if you will. So sorry, buddy. With all that being said, we can finally have a day 3 recap. I did 3 revenges that added up to 128 points. Today, no attacks on me, so your girl can rest. and that obviously also makes our recap very short. So, day 4 time. Today we are attacking Sasha TF's OC, Fairy Sunshine. I don't know if her name is Fairy Sunshine or if it's just the OC is a fairy and her name is Sunshine. I think her name is Sunshine. Anyways, this is another big piece, and it took 8 hours. I'm actually very happy with this one. It's another OC that I just happened across earlier on, and I bookmarked her, and I thought she'd make the perfect victim. I think my only qualms with this piece is that I was definitely more focused on the scene rather than the character, and it definitely shows through. She's also a little flat looking compared to the scene, and I wish I put more time into her. I feel like the last big piece, I was too focused on the characters, and this time it was the scene, so if only my two selves could merge and make an actual cohesive piece. Other than hating that the character stands out, I also hate the bird that stands out. I mean, I don't hate the bird, I think it's a very cute addition, I just think he's too blue, unfortunately. Anyways, here's the result, and with that we can move on to our day 4 recap. Today, I only did one piece, unfortunately, but it got me 92 points. And today, I was victimized by 2 people. One person who's an art mutual, they're Team Fossil, and it's Jaden Does Art. And oh my god, I love this piece. The pose, the lighting, they've drawn my sweet meringue so well. This is genuinely very impressive and beautiful, and I was very nervous to even ponder attacking back with such a nice piece. And then secondly, after this, we've got another piece from Sandbox, and it's just a really, really cute piece. It's my 2 lesbian unicorns as, actual unicorns. So very, very nice. I've been, really enjoying the attacks I've been getting, but I also might be a bit biased because people are, in fact, drawing my OCs, which I love very much. Anyways, yay, time for day 5. I did 3 attacks all in one. The roller skates girly belongs to Dayton Does Art. Shrimpy, the shrimp-looking one, belongs to Sandbox. And the worm-looking one belongs to Sylveon22. So, essentially 2 revenges and 1 semi-random. Semi because I do know them, they just aren't a revenge like the others. I feel like this piece was very close to being cool, but I was still practicing perspective, which I'm still not good at. So seeing them sticks now are especially disappointing. This piece, I did a slightly different, rendering style that was somewhat inspired by Jaden's piece, which I really like the love and care they put into the muscles. But if I wanted to put more love and care into the muscles, I probably should have studied a little bit. And I was like, oh, but it's art fight, and I was being really lazy, and I didn't want to do that. I was thinking, since I've had a few pieces that I'm a little upset with, I was thinking the final week we could do re-revenges on attacks. I think I could do better, or just draw entirely different characters if I think I can't do better. Anyways, I just thought this piece would be silly, putting the run-overable tiny characters with our roller skating friend, which her name is Starstruck, by the way. This only really took 6 hours and 30 minutes, so I definitely had time to play with the anatomy a bit more and try and fix it. At the end, I did try and see if our dear Liquify tool could save me, but it definitely could not, so that's unfortunate. Looking at it now, I don't hate it as much as I hated it when I made it. I was definitely tweaking, but anyways, recap time. While it was another day with only 1 attack, I did 3 characters, which earned me 84 points. And today I got 2 attacks. One was a revenge from Sasha TF, which gives us more love for June. She's very cute. The pose is really fluid, and I love how the skirt looks like it's flowing, and the wings are a very nice shape. And secondly, I was attacked by a mutual on Instagram, Caspi Cause, who drew porn of Meringue and Belladonna. I'm just kidding. They're just kissing, they are naked, but you don't see anything, and I'm sorry if you wanted to. This is also very sweet. I just really love seeing art of them together. I know it's a lot of effort to draw 2 characters together, so it makes me happy to see people putting the work and putting the hours to give me what I want. Yay! On to day 6, which is technically yesterday for me. We attacked Red Dog Collar's OC, their Team Crystal, Love Bites. I was trying to do 2 revenges today, but for some reason I forgot that I was the last person that attacked this person. So I'm a fool. Nonetheless, I still love drawing this pony. Their design is really cute, and I love the color palette. I unfortunately never got into My Little Pony, but I have always been a big fan of the art fandom. I love seeing people's OCs, and also just the fusions of the characters people like to draw. They're always really good designs. Anyways, I don't have much more to comment on, but this took 2 hours, but let's just get into our next piece. Attack 2, I really wanted to attack my Instagram mutual, Screffinator, and I chose their character Osmond / Ozias. The blue eyes really reeled me in, and I really liked these designs with like a main color. It makes color picking a lot easier for me. I haven't been telling you guys a lot about these people's OCs, but the reason this guy has 2 names is because he is in fact kind of possessed via the mask. And whenever his eyes are like that blue swirly effect, it's essentially Osmond. And so I did in fact draw Osmond because I am a sucker for cool eyes. Sorry, Ozias, your possessor makes you look cooler. And with that short lore info, here's the product, and it only took an hour and 30 minutes. Our third attack was a revenge on Caspi Cause, and I drew Tanj. I've done a commission for this artist before, so you could say art fight is a great way for them to save money. Granted, the revenge bag is randomized, but hey, free art is free art. I will say I kind of feel bad if I don't, like, with revenge attacks, I don't attack, like, either with more than what they gave me or, like, the same amount. Like, this person drew 2 of my OCs, but I only drew 1 of theirs, and I'm like, oh, I feel so bad. But, like, I'm also knowing that, like, personally, I'm not looking for somebody to do more than what I did, so I'm sure other artists aren't expecting this of people as well. Back to talking about the art, I drew Tanj because he's the only OC that hasn't gotten attacked yet, so I thought I'd give him some more love. This did only take an hour and 10 minutes, and I wish I gave him, like, more love. He is chibi, but I feel like his face is still a little too flat for chibi, and I feel like I could have elongated his snout more. He's kind of giving pug a fud, and I don't like pugs. Not because they did anything wrong, I just feel bad because it feels like they're suffering all the time. Anyways, sorry about that controversial subject, let's change it. Day 6 recap, yay! Today I attacked 3 people, which earned me 106.75 points. I did get a revenge from Sandbox, which is June as a kitty cat, and it's really so cute, and I really like her doof. Now, day 7, I didn't draw anything, because right now it's day 7, and I'm obviously too busy recording this video. So let's go ahead and do a recap of the entire week. I did 11 attacks with a total of 14 characters. In all, I've earned 627.25 points. Yay! Were you doing all that math during the video? I sure hope not, because I just did it all now for you. With that being said, I think you can finally leave this video. Did I yap too much or too little? Let me know if you enjoyed listening and what I can do next time. How did you fancy my art? Oh, speaking of, only talk about my art. The people I'm attacking may not see this, so please leave your praises somewhere else. Day 7 is still technically going on, so I can't say if there's any more attacks I got today, so we'll go over that on the recap of week 2. Art Fight has taught me that I really need to update my character sheets. I think the most consistent mistake that people made is that Meringue's horn is actually stabbing into itself, but in the art I didn't emphasize that or make like a special note for it. So I think a lot of artists did not notice, which is fine. I'm not gonna fault them for that. That is completely my fault entirely. Anyways, that brings our video to a close. I hope you enjoyed. Do all those nice things like, comment, and subscribe. Only if you want to, though. Thank you for watching.